It's annoying when it does that. I'm just going to remove the spotlight for a moment. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Soul Tribe Huddle. So tonight, I'm really excited to honour this amazing woman. I know that we get to honour her so many times, but tonight is super special because Amira has worked so bloody hard to get her promotion. So she said to me, I think it was only the first, within the first 10 days into last month, she said, oh, I'm getting QSSC this month. What do I need? And I told her, she's like, right, I'm doing it. And I think she got kind of wobbly halfway through the month and things didn't quite look like she was going to get there. And then by the end of the month, she was like, nah, I'm doing this. It's going to happen. So bloody proud of you, girl, at doing it. And then, of course, what's that done for you? That's given you partner of the month because you're just so freaking awesome. So now you deserve it. I'm going to spotlight you. And I'm going to ask you, so tell me, what was it that made you decide that, sorry, I'm just letting people in. What was it that made you decide that you wanted this promotion this month? What was it?
I was waiting. I'm determined, and for the last few months have said, oh, I might I'll try and get Q this month. So I need this for QSSC, and then this month I was like, no, I'm going to get QSSC this month. I've fucked around for too long. You can do it if you put your head to it, and went for it.
Yeah, you did go for it. You bloody went for it.
I really spent a couple of months figuring out what I really needed so that when I decided to fully knuckle into it, I wasn't confusing. Because when I get confused is when I am like, fuck this shit, my language. But, that's what happens in my brain. And like you said, I had a bit of a hurdle halfway through and that happened. But I managed to wheel myself back in from that, which was good.
So what happened in that hurdle? Tell us about that. What exactly was it?
So I don't know if we're talking about the same thing, but for me, what really done it was, so I thought I had my structure right, and that I had my pay line right, and that I just needed my third SP, and that was my promotion. And so the day before my mum got her SP promotion, which was my third SP, Tans had a call from Crystal from HO telling her that my leg split was uneven. And I was like, in the fuck, the leg split. And so here's my first point of confusion. And then I misinterpreted everything that got said and thought I needed to make like $3,000 and something worth of sales in 24 hours, and just had a big meltdown and kind of hung up the phone and was like, what the fuck? And then the next day I rang head office and Jess tried to explain it to me, and she kind of was quite stern on me and was like, look, don't, because I struggle with numbers, they really confuse me. And so my automatic go-to when I'm feeling vulnerable, whether I'm feeling stupid or whatever, is to get kind of, I don't know if you call it angry or defensive or, but I just kind of puff up. And that started to happen because I was feeling insecure and I wasn't sure, I didn't understand what I was being told. And so I really had to calm down and listen. And when it was explained to me, I understood that. So as you get a little bit to pay lines, that I just needed to put a few more orders in to order out my leg, to even out my legs. And it actually wasn't that big a deal, but for about 24 hours, I almost left. Like at one stage I was like, I'm quitting. I'm not doing this anymore. I didn't, I'm so glad that I pulled through that, because look what you achieve when you power through your erratic moments. But it's so easy to let them take over as well. And I could have rolled with that, and I would have used to, like 8 months ago I would have, and who knows what I'd be up to today, day drinking somewhere or something, who knows? But, yeah, I'm just really glad that I powered through that and listened, and that people were so supportive and were like, look, don't be embarrassed or frustrated to say if you don't understand, and we'll think of a different way to explain it. And so that was really cool.
So tell me, Amira, because it's really good that you shared about your little meltdown there. I mean, it wasn't such a little meltdown, but it was really good that you shared that. So I would love to ask you, what got you out of that? What exactly was it? Because we all have meltdowns, right? When, you know, especially at the end of month and we're trying to hustle for a promotion and yeah, pressure's on.
Yeah, I had a good meltdown. That was a good one. It was honestly, I think it was partly it had to do with Jess from HO, who I was on the phone call with. She was like prepared to fight me to get her point across, you know, like she really stepped up and was like, no, you're not gonna, you know, you're not stepping back from this. I will help you understand. And she kind of explained it to me. And then there's amazing Tans who is always there for me 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with my Terry questions or my angry voice clips and yeah, it's just having that support. And when you feel stuck, tell someone, don't sit in it by yourself, because you're not the only one that's felt like that. Like, yeah, and it gets, I've been thinking a lot lately that, like, I've heard quite a few people, you know, how did you do it? How did you? And it's by no means been easy, you know, like I have worked my little ass off. I have hustled. I have been consistent. I have jumped on trainings at 10:15 at night when I want to go to bed. You know, I've been up at 5 o'clock since 5 o'clock in the morning with my kid, and he still thinks he's newborn and wakes up 3 times a night. It's about jumping on those huddles, you know, jumping on when we had our events weekly. I was always in the middle of doing something, but I was always on there and learning and hearing stories, because you can't pass on stories and journeys and experiences and make those connections if you're not listening to them. If you're just sitting at home, why are no customers coming to you? Or because you don't have stories to share with them. You're not invested enough. You're not, yeah, I don't know. And that's not true for every person, but yeah.
Yeah, no, I think there's a huge amount of truth in that. Huge amount of truth. You know, there's
Ask for help, I guess, was my point there.
Yeah.
Use the people that are there to help you to actually help you. And there's not just one, you know, like for me, I'm like an instant gratification person. So if I send a message to Tans and Tans is busy, I'm messaging Kat, I'm messaging anybody, you know, like I send a message out to like 5 people when I need something answered and put it in all the group chats, because then you get so much more information as well, you know, like you learn from 5 people and you take what works for you and you release what doesn't, but you thank everyone for the time they've given you, because everyone's time's important and what everyone has to say has some form of value.
Love it. Love it. It's so true. We have so many amazing leaders. We can learn from all of them, and sideline buddies, you know, who've gone through the same thing.
And don't be scared to reach out to people. Like, I'm a little bit ballsy, you know, like I started messaging like, you know, like Linda, and maybe in like my second week, I messaged Adam and like found some lame reason. I can't remember what it was. It was like made up that I had a friend that went to the gym and wanted his advice on Juice Plus for men, you know, like I was just trying to open that line of communication. And they're so friendly. They're like, they are normal too. And I think we start to idolize people, and I think it must be difficult for them because they're actually just normal people at home with their families doing what we do. And yeah, use everybody that's available, because everyone's there to help.
True. So, honey, something in you changed though. Sorry, I'm going back to where it was. Something in you changed in that moment when you were having that meltdown. It wasn't just Jess, it was something, it wasn't just what she was saying, but it was something in you that saw things differently.
I have
What was it?
too hard to give up on this. Don't quit again.
That's right.
You can do it, you know, like when it's scary and it's uncomfortable, you're about to have an amazing breakthrough. You know, like as long as you're not in like a dark alley or something, you know, get the fuck out. If it's scary and uncomfortable, then leave. But you know, like in this sense, if it feels a bit uncomfortable and it's a bit scary and you kind of want to run away, run into it, because that's where this happens, you know? That moment where you're like, fuck this, I'm going to take a break for 2 days and I'll come back to it. That's the 2 days that you need to really be there. Take those 2 days off after, you know, like I posted one story yesterday because I could take that day off. You know, I worked my ass off for the month before that and I could give myself that day then, but don't give yourself that day until you've reached your goal.
Yeah, love it. So true. I don't even have days off, so I can't really say that, but
I was about to say, people talk about balance and stuff, but I'm not so good at that. So don't burn yourself out, guys.
Yeah, I'm the same, Amira. I get that. So one thing that I think would be really important for people to know is you were at, I think it was within your last 4 days or something of end of month, and you still had your mum to get to SP and you still had some pay line to grow. What did you do? How did you hustle for customers? You know, what were you doing?
I was hustling for customers for mum, and helping my new teammate Crystal, who was amazing. She bring on herself and another customer, and then I hustled my little butt off through my story, through reaching out consistently. You know, like I really followed up those old conversations where people would be like, oh, next month. I searched in my chat bar, you know, the type of messenger. I searched next month and went to all those conversations where people were like, I'll buy next month. And some of them was from 6 months ago. And they were like, oh, yeah, I'm keen. Sorry, girl, I forgot, you know, and it was as simple as that. When it came to making my leg split even, I was struggling. I had what was 2 premiums to make that split even, and then I had a few declines and it became 4.5 premiums overnight, and I had 24 hours. And I was like, I freaked out, and I sat on the floor here and was just like, oh my God, and started getting nuts on my phone. And then I just had this moment of clarity where I was like, hang on, there's got to be a smarter way about this. And so I thought smart for a moment, which, you know, like I slowed my brain down and I realized that I didn't have to scramble right this second to get 5 premium orders in the next 24 hours. I could pay off my own order, which had been shipped last month. I made 1 payment on my own order. I could pay off my own order up front, which would give me my pay line that I needed for my leg split. And that I would be able, because I've got a few customers at the beginning of this month that I talked to last month, you know, but they weren't going to sign up until mid-month and so I was like, I know I can replace that in my pay line over the next month. It means I have extra money over the next couple of months, which was a really smart move in lots of ways when I thought about it. It just meant I had to be really aware of the fact that means I'm going to lose like $588 from like $196 from the next 3 months of my pay my POB. Yeah. I'm still trying to figure out which box means which.
Your pay line.
Ask lots of questions is another like forever annoy people. Be that guy.
So if anybody's got any questions for Amira, I'll just pop them in the chat. I know she's happy to answer it. So yeah, you're an amazing girl, and then you push through. I remember getting these voice messages, and I always get a little bit nervous when I get voice messages from Amira at the end of month when I know she's hustling for something, because I'm like, oh fuck, she's having another meltdown. And this time it was, oh, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna just pay my whole order. I'm like, well done, girl. So proud of you. You didn't even need me. You came to a total solution.
5 removed messages and then a positive voice clip, and she was like, there's a few removed messages here, Amira. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
Meltdown solutions. You know, like sometimes it just takes, bouncing. I don't have a journal. I've got tons.
Yeah.
You know, people write stuff in their journal to bounce it off. I just send tons all sorts of weird stuff.
I love it. I love it. It's not that bad, honestly, because I know I can, you come out of it every time. And that's what I'm so proud of you about, is just working through the process and coming to a solution. You're always so solution focused.
And I feel like it gets shorter each time too. Like I'm making some growth in there.
Yeah, you are definitely. So one of the key things I think that we can take from what Amira has said today is definitely always find the solution. There's always a solution to every single problem. And it's just taking that moment, right? Because what did you do? You took a moment, you breathed, and then you thought there's got to be a way. And that's what you do. Actually, and I say this to people all the time, is you have to actually ask your brain the right questions. Okay, what is the solution here? There's definitely a better solution than what's happening right now. What is that?
And can I say as well, I didn't have, and so the other thing is that people are like, oh, that's easy if you've got the money. I did not have the money, okay? I do not have, I'm a single mama on a DPB, okay? I did not have $600 sitting lying around. I had to go and ask to borrow that money off someone, knowing that if I got the promotion, I was going to get the bonus. And so then I have to repay that, like, you got to hustle and you got to do what works to get you where you need to be, because in the end, it'll all be worth it, Yeah, I'd love to not have to pay that $600 back tomorrow, but I will, because it got me my promotion. I'm so grateful that I was able to reach out to someone and say, look, this is the situation I'm in. Could you please help me? And that I've also got into the stage of my life where people trust me and are like, yeah, girl, I got you.
Which is massive from where you came from, right? Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Asking for a $5 loan used to be difficult. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
I know.
Well, then we'll be like, what do you need? I'll go and buy it for you.
Yeah. Your idea around the, like looking for people who said next month that they would purchase next month is a really, really good idea. Was there anything else that you did? Like, did you offer anything, any incentives or anything to anyone?
I always do. I try and make everyone feel special and like they're getting a special deal or, And so like everyone that messages when we get into talking about packs and prices and stuff, I'm like, so this is the package. And then I'm like, and I can offer you free chews and lifetime access to the program. And I'll throw in a week's worth of shakes because I've got shakes coming out my ass somehow. And, and I just make everyone feel like that they're the only person getting that deal, because everyone deserves to feel like they're the only person getting that deal. Like I don't tell them you're the only one, because that'd be lying. But no one's ever asked, am I the only person getting this? So I'd tell them, well, no, it's actually available to everybody. But, like it's about making them feel special and important and really, not copying and pasting. Just word it different for the individual, have different conversations, crack a joke, be yourself. People don't want to talk to a computer. Cool to know all the information, but if you were on the other end, and for me, I didn't understand a thing about nutrition or what vitamin was what when I started this. So if someone was trying to sell me a product based off all these specs, I would have been like, oh, no, thank you. But if someone messages me and was like, hey, girl, this is, like they did, I'm like, oh, yeah, because I get that.
It's simple way. Yeah, you see Nisha's question? Yeah. I'll just say the question for the recording. So Isha's asked, where do you see yourself and your team in the business in the future? We know this answer.
I see ya. Oh, fuck, my kid just fell out of bed.
Oh, bloody hell. It's not cool. Oh.
Hang on. Bear with me for a minute, guys. Give me.
Sounds like he had a fright. Is he all right?
He fell out of bed.
Is he all right? He didn't hurt anything.
I just heard the dog.
Oh, God.
He does it quite often. But the pillows usually stop him, but he went straight over the top today, obviously. Where were we? Oh,
So Isha's question.
so I have decided that I have set my sights higher than NMD now. But NMD, of course, I within 12 months would love to be at QNMD or NMD, and be comfortable with the benefit. My team, I see us going big places. Yeah, I have such a magical feeling about the group of women on this journey with me. You know, like we're all just have such incredible hearts and souls and stories, and I know that we're going to help so many people and change so many lives. I just see us being happy and free and comfortable, you know, like really satisfied with life.
So where's that goal, Amira? PMD plus? PMD plus?
Yeah.
So's mine.
Yeah. Is it the top one?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I was saying to Kate earlier that my goal was NMD within 2 years when I first came into this business. NMD 100 Club, and Kira Westwick, she was at the time. She's now Kira Love. She's Adam's ex-wife. She actually said to me in one of the trainings that I kind of popped that up in. She said, "Oh, don't aim that high. It's way too high. You'll never get there if you aim that high. Start small." And I thought, nah, I'm not starting small. And I've still got that goal. I mean, it might be nearly 4 years for me, but I've still got it. So piece of advice I can give for you, if you've got a really big goal, don't ever give up on that big goal, but just see the steps.
Horrible advice.
Yeah, it was for me at the time, but I see it now, what she was trying to say. Well, the thing is, what she was trying to say was that she works differently. So she works step by step by step by step, whereas that's not the way I work. I work with a massive goal and then I take the steps to get to the goal. So if you are all like that and you've got this massive goal that you want to get to, don't ever tell yourself you can't get there and it's too big. Just make the steps to get there smaller, like, you know, each promotional level to get there. Okay, anyone else got any questions for Amira? Anything else you want to share, Amira, before we go?
I love you all. Yeah, there is actually. So sometimes it's really hard to not feel bad for doing well. And I've had lots of people reach out and be like, "How have you done it? What did you do?" And like, there's really not a magic formula. Well, there is, but you know it. It's the same thing that everyone tells you. I just listened and done what I was told and use my own initiative sometimes, you know. But I think when someone's doing well, it's really important to rally for them, you know, because every time I see someone else do well, I'm like, fuck yes, go girl, you know, like, and I feel like that good karma comes back, you know, be sincere in your gratitude for other people. And it comes back tenfold.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Amira. That's amazing, Dylan. Okay. No one else has got any
All right.
questions? Thank you, guys. Thank you so much, Amira. You're an amazing girl.
Thank you.
I just wanted to finish up just to let you all know that I know we haven't had events for a couple of weeks. It's not that we're not having them. So what's happening, for anyone who doesn't know, is where Adam has asked me to get some New Zealand events going for all of the Kiwis in freestyle. And so Kat and I are working together to bring something together. We're just waiting for the day. So He wanted to do it on a Tuesday, and because I can't do it on Tuesday, we're possibly doing it on a Wednesday. So it'll be every single Wednesday. We're going to have it themed. So we're going to have different themes for different each week. So there'll be like mamas or travellers or 45 plus or men even. Let's have a men's event. That'll be fun. You know, working mums. There'll be lots and lots of different events that we're going to run and themed. So just want to let you know that is coming, and Adam was hoping to have it this week, but obviously it didn't happen. So it's probably going to be after conference. So look forward to that. That's pretty exciting. So what he's going to do is probably run the event first on a Monday night and then run New Zealand training straight afterwards. But we'll let you guys know when we know the dates and when it's starting. Okay, cool. And just want to say, what a freaking amazing end of month. You guys are incredible. Love so much momentum in the team, all of you. It's just amazing. You guys are just rock. So you've got an awesome little team here, Amira. And it's really lovely to see you all. And I won't keep you any longer.
I was just sitting here thinking how proud I was.
Yeah.
I was like, I forgot to say something. I was just sitting here thinking, I forgot to say something.
Yeah.
I forgot to say how grateful I am for. I see how amazing all of you women are, but I forgot to say how grateful I am for every single one of you. And I think actually probably the most important part of what got me here is I picked an amazing team. You know, like I've picked heart-driven, cool women, and they've done the same, and it's just duplicated through sincerity and authenticity and love. And I love you all, like, using my heart, and I'm here for every single one of you through and through. Thank you for being here on my journey and supporting me and helping our team grow, because it's not my business. Like, it is my business, but it's our business, you know, like, it's for all of, I'm doing this for us all so that we can all go places and all make these achievements and all hit these goals.
Yes, so true. Thank you, honey. Beautiful. Yes, and personal trainers, Kate. Good idea. We have some of them in New Zealand, so we've got to get them. Get them. Okay, team. Thank you so much. Nice to see you all. Have a beautiful evening. Bye, Kate. See you next time, honey. Bye.